Hello student, I am Sangeeta Mansukhani. This is the video number 139. In this video, I will be explain topic electrolytic cell and electrolysis. So first we start electrolytic cell. Electrolytic cell are those cells in which electrical energy is used to carry out non-spontaneous chemical reaction, and the reaction taking place in an electrolytic cell is called electrolysis. In the last videos, I explained about electrochemical cell, because we have to take that cell two beakers and join together by salt bridge. But in electrolytic cell, only for we take one beaker, and in one beaker we have to take two electrodes. Okay, and then electrochemical cell change the chemical energy to the electrical energy. But electrolytic cell, in which electrical energy change into the chemical energy. Okay, so electrolytic cell are those cell in which electrical energy is used to carry out non-spontaneous chemical reaction, and the reaction taking place in an electrolytic cell is called electrolysis. And the apparatus used to bring about electrolysis, here you see, this is the beaker. So in only one electrolytic cell, one beaker we have to use, two electrodes in it, and then two electrodes attached with the source and the emitter. Okay, and then solution we have to take copper sulfate. Okay, and this is the anode electrode and this is the cathode electrode. Okay, so in an electrolytic cell, external source of the voltage is used to bring about a chemical reaction. Okay, so we have to take copper strips which act as a anode and cathode both, and dipping in an copper sulfate solution, aqueous solution. And when a source we have to applied here DC, direct current. Okay, so when DC voltage is applied to the two electrodes, so then copper is dissolved, oxidized at anode. Okay, and then deposit reduced at a cathode. So following reaction takes place. At cathode, copper plus 2 electron gaining and convert into the copper solid. At anode, copper solid, loss of the 2 electron and convert into the copper plus 2 ion. Okay, in industrial process, impure copper rod is made as an anode, and that dissolve and passing the current, and pure copper rod is made cathode, at which copper plus 2 ion deposit. Okay, so in an electrolytic cell, cation is positive ions are attracted towards the negative electrode, and cathode and discharged by the accepting electrons from the cathode. So reduction occurs at cathode. Okay, so to the galvanic cell, in which a cathode is a positive electrode, so opposite way here. Okay, clear? So in which a cathode is a positive electrode, the anode in electrolytic cell is positive. Clear? In electrolytic cell, cathode anode is a positive. Okay, and where oxidation of anions, negative ions are occurs. So here you see, in electrolytic cell, anode is positive, so negative ions going towards to the anode, and cathode is negative, so positive ion going towards to the cathode. Okay, clear? So simple basic concept you learn. Electrochemical cell change the chemical energy into the electrical energy, and electrolytic cell change the electrical energy into the chemical energy. Okay, and second difference between the electrochemical cell and electrolytic cell, electrochemical cell we have to use two beaker. In one beaker one electrode, second another beaker second electrode, and both beaker joined together by salt bridge. Okay, but here in electrolytic cell, only one beaker we have to use, and two electrodes put into the beaker attached by the source and emitter. Clear? So this is the main difference here. Clear? Then application of the electrolytic cell. So many metals like sodium, magnesium, aluminium are produced on the large scale by the electrochemical reduction of their respective cations, and where no suitable chemical reducing agents are available for this purpose. So which electrolytic cells applications? Sodium, magnesium and aluminium. In a large scale we have to use, on large scale in industries way we have to find by electrochemical reduction. Okay, but where no suitable chemical reducing agent are available for this purpose. Then for electrolytic cell we have to use Faraday law, and for electrochemical cell, that time for weak electrolyte we have to use Kohlrausch law. Faraday's law of electrolysis. The quantitative aspects of the electrolysis was studied extensively by Michael Faraday, and his law of electrolysis are known as Faraday's law of electrolysis. For electrochemical cell, weak electrolyte, we have to use Kohlrausch law, and here Faraday law for electrolytic cell. So Faraday given laws. So first law is Faraday first law. What is the Faraday first law? This is the given about the electric current. Okay, Faraday first law, it states that the amount of the chemical reaction occurring at any electrode by passing current is directly proportional to the quantity of electricity passed through the electrolyte in solution or in molten state. In state, that amount of the chemical reaction occurring at any electrode by passing current is directly proportional to the quantity of the electricity passed through the electrolyte in solution, otherwise in molten state. So Q is equal to quantity of the electricity and in coulomb. Okay, and W is the gram of the substance get deposit on the passing. Okay, so the amount of the chemical reaction occurring at any electrode by passing current is directly proportional to the quantity of the electricity. So W is the substance get deposit and on passing Q is the coulomb of the electricity. So W directly proportional Q, and proportional mark remove. So Z constant, and Z is equal to W is equal to ZQ. So Z is equal to constant of the proportionality. Okay, and it is called electrochemical equivalent. So Z is equal to constant of proportionality and called electrochemical equivalent. Q is equal to quantity of the electricity. Then Q is equal to IT, small I current in ampere and small t time in second. Small I current in ampere and small t time in second. Okay, and then Q is equal to quantity of the electricity. Okay, and here capital Z, constant of the proportionality called electrochemical equivalent. Okay, so whenever we have to take I, that is means current, whenever we take in ampere, so 1 ampere of current passed, time is in seconds, so for 1 second. So when 1 ampere of the current passed for 1 second, okay, so only one, so amount of the substance deposit, okay, it is known as W. So Z is equal to constant of the proportionality. Okay, so defined as the amount of the substance deposit when 1 ampere of the current is passed for 1 second. Okay, so it is known as electrochemical equivalent, Z. So we have to take amount of the substance in gram, and then C 1 coulomb of charge is passed. So Coulomb inverse. Okay, clear? So its unit is Gc minus 1. Okay, gram coulomb inverse. This is the Faraday first law. Then Faraday's second law, it states that when the same quantity of the electricity is passed through the different electrolytes and the amounts of the different substance, so weight are different, electrolytes are different, so formed are directly proportional to their equivalent weight. And equivalent weight, that is means atomic mass of the metal divided by the number of the electrons, okay, required to the reduce a cation of the metal. So when the same quantity of the electricity pass through the different electrolyte, that is means the amount of the different substance, so different substance formed are different, directly proportional to their equivalent weight. Okay, so different weight. So W1 is equal to E1. So W is equal to mass of the substance and E is equal to equivalent weight. So W upon E1, W2 upon E2, W3 upon E3. Okay, this way. This is the Faraday's second law. Then next topic is Faraday's constant. The amount of the electricity required for the oxidation and reduction depends on the stoichiometry of the electron. The amount of the electricity or charge required for the oxidation or reduction depends on the stoichiometry of the electrode reaction. So electricity required for the oxidation or reduction depends on the stoichiometry of the electrode reaction. So like Ag plus gaining of the one electron, so convert into the Ag. So 1 mole of the electron is required for the reduction of the 1 mole of the silver ions. 1 mole of the electron is required for the reduction of the 1 mole of the silver ion here, Ag plus electron. So 1 mole of the electron here required for the reduction of the 1 mole of the silver ions. So Ag plus gaining of the 1 electron convert into the Ag solid. So the charge on an electron is equal to 1.602 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. 1.602 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. So therefore the charge on the 1 mole of the electron is equal to the charge on 1 mole of the electron is equal to Na into electron charge. Okay, so whenever an Na is equal to Avogadro number is equal to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 and electron charge this one, so both are multiply, so value come 96,487, that is means approximately 96,500 coulomb mole inverse. Okay, so this is the main important basic concept. Maximum time in NEET competitions, some question related from this topic ask Faraday's first law, W directly proportional Q, and whenever proportional mark remove, so is equal to ZQ and Q is equal to IT, so Z into IT, and whenever 1 ampere current passed into the 1 second, so W is equal to Z. Okay, and Faraday's second law, same quantity of the electricity passed through the different electrolytes and the amount of the different substance, so directly proportional to the equivalent weight. So W1 upon E1, different one, first solution, second solution, third solution. W is the mass of the substance, E is equal to equivalent weight. Then Faraday constant depend on the charge of the electron. So amount of the electricity, we have to say charge required for the oxidation and reduction depend on the stoichiometry, like here Ag plus 1 electron in gaining and then convert into the Ag. So only for 1 electron charge, so Ag, number of the atom of the Ag, so only for here 1 atom. Okay, so charge on 1 mole of the electron, and 1 electron charge is this one, 1.6021 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb, multiply by Avogadro number. So charge comes 96,487 and approximately 96,500 coulomb per mole inverse, and per mole. So this quantity of the electricity, this one, is called Faraday constant and is represented by symbol capital F. Okay, clear? 96,500 coulomb, and it is represented by the symbol capital F. Okay, and combining Faraday's laws, that is means first law and second law, so we get Z is equal to E upon F is equal to W upon Q. Z is equal to E upon F is equal to W upon Q. Okay, clear? Capital E, equivalent weight, F Faraday constant. Okay, and Q is, you already known about quantity of the electricity, and W is equal to weight. Clear? Next topic is products of the electrolysis. Product of the electrolysis depend on the following. First one is nature of the materials being electrolyzed. Products of the electrolysis, so depend on the following. First one, nature of the material being electrolyzed, because which material we have to use, so depend on the nature of the materials. Okay, like copper sulfate we have to take, like other material we have to take zinc sulfide. Okay, so different cation and anion, so depend on the nature of the materials. Then second one, type of the electrodes being used. Types of the electrodes being used, like we have to use platinum electrode, copper electrode, and active or inert, that is means inert electrode we have to use. If the electrode is inert, that is means does not participate in the chemical reaction, so there it act as source or sink for electrons only. But if the electrode is reactive, so it participate in the electrode reaction. Okay. Third one is different oxidizing and reducing species present in the electrolytic cell. If different oxidizing and reducing species present in the electrolytic cell and their standard electrode potential, so their products also different. Okay, so product of the electrolysis also depend on this term. Then fourth is over voltage. Whenever over voltage, that is means kinetic barrier, over voltage, that is means we have to use above the voltage value. So some of the thermodynamically feasible electrochemical process are so slow kinetically that lower voltage, and these do not seem to take place, so extra voltage is required for them. So these 4 points that depend products of the electrolysis. Some important example of the electrolysis. First example is electrolysis of the molten sodium chloride. Molten sodium chloride, that is means aqueous condition we have to take. So at cathode, Na plus aqueous, gaining of the 1 electron, so convert into the sodium, and anode, chloride ion, by loss of the 2 electron and convert into the chlorine gas. So sodium metal at the cathode and chlorine gas at the anode. Okay, and this according this way. So this is the electrolysis of the molten sodium chloride. Second example is electrolysis example of aqueous solution of the sodium chloride, but here brine and here molten. See, this is the difference way. Here written aqueous way. Okay, here also we have to written aqueous. But whenever we have to take aqueous solution, that is means brine, water dissolve into the NaCl, so we have to say brine. But directly NaCl melt condition, so we have to say molten sodium chloride. It is not say brine. Okay, so this is the main difference. So electrolysis of the aqueous solution of the sodium chloride like brine. So we have to use water also. So NaCl and water both are divided to dissociation reaction. NaCl gives Na plus and Cl minus, and water given H plus and OH minus. So here 4 different ions obtained. But in molten sodium chloride only for NaCl melt. So Na plus ion and Cl minus, 2 only for ion. And here aqueous solution of the sodium chloride, 4 given different ions. So at cathode, negative electrode. So there are two possible reaction, Na plus positive and H plus positive. Both ion gaining electron, Na plus convert into the Na and H plus convert into the hydrogen gas. Okay, but the reaction with the higher value of the electropotential. So prefer this reaction at cathode. Okay, because for Na minus 2.71 volt and hydrogen 0.00 volt. Okay, so the reaction with the higher value of the electrode potential is preferred. So 0.00 volt. So this reaction at cathode during electrolysis. Okay, but H plus is produced by the dissociation of the water. So water convert into the H plus and OH minus. So net reaction at the cathode, water gaining of the electron, so convert into the half H2 and then OH minus. Then at anode, possible oxidation reaction, because here two negative ion. So chloride ion by loss of the electron convert into the chlorine gas, and then OH minus convert into the water by loss of the oxygen and then electron. Okay, so here potential value is for chlorine 1.36 volt and for water 1.23 volt. Okay, so sum of the, this is the fifth number. Okay, and then second one. So sum of the reaction fifth is the sum of the reaction second and reaction fourth. Okay, so the reaction with the lower value of the potential preferred at anode. Cathode highest value and but at anode lower value. Okay, so we expect oxidation water takes place at anode. So cathode, this reaction happen, water gaining of the one electron and convert into the half H2 and then OH minus. Okay, and at anode this final reaction, because chloride ion gaining loss of the electron and convert into the half Cl2. So net reaction NaCl aqueous solution with water convert into the Na plus OH minus and then half H2 plus half Cl2 gas. Third one is electrolysis of brine using mercury as a cathode. So mercury used as a cathode. So at cathode brine solution, that is means similar way NaCl in the water. Okay, so at cathode Na plus gaining of one electron and convert into the Na, but here use mercury electrode. So Na also use with mercury for convert into the NaHd, sodium amalgam, and this sodium amalgam with water convert into the NaOH plus mercury plus hydrogen gas. At anode, chloride ion convert into the half Cl2 and then electron loss, and water by loss of the electron convert into the oxygen and then H plus ion. Okay, so 3 example. Okay, then fourth example, during electrolysis of sulfuric acid use. So at anode, water by loss of the electron, same reaction water always. See, okay, always you learn this similar equation. 2H2O convert into the O2 plus 4H plus 4 electron. Potential value 1.23 volt. Here in third example also same, and fourth example also same. And but we have to take sulfuric acid, and sulfuric acid which sulfate ion. Okay, so sulfate ion convert into the H2O8 2 minus and loss of the 2 electron. Potential value 1.96 volt. So for dilute sulfuric acid, reaction first is preferred, this one, but at the higher concentration of the sulfuric acid, reaction second is preferred. Okay, clear? So finally at cathode, H plus ion gaining of the one electron and convert into the half H2 gas, and potential value 0.00 volt. Okay, clear? So here four example given, but your choice only for 2 example you learn. Okay, clear? Next topic is batteries. Batteries, it is a commercial cells. So what is a battery? Name already you listen about battery. Okay, so battery which contains one or more than one electrochemical cell connected in series. When one or more than one electrochemical cell connected in a series, and otherwise we have to say a cell that we use as a source of the electrical energy is basically a galvanic cell which convert the chemical energy of the redox reaction into the electrical energy. Okay, so a battery, otherwise we have to say cell, we use as a source of the electrical energy, basically we have to say galvanic cell, convert the chemical energy of the redox reaction into the electrical energy. And battery to be a practically we have to use, right? So it should be reasonably light, compact, and its voltage should not vary appreciably during its use. Okay, so batteries are two types. There are mainly two types of the batteries. One type of primary batteries and second one is secondary type of batteries. Primary battery, that is means non-chargeable battery. Okay, non-chargeable battery, that is means it is a device which reaction occurs only once, and after use over a period of the time battery becomes dead and cannot be reused. Okay, so produce electric current for a period of the time and no more chemicals remains available to take part in the reaction. So cell die. Okay, are you clear? So primary battery is non-chargeable, only once are used, after use it is died. Okay, and electric current only for period of the time it will produce and no more chemicals remains available to take part in the reaction. So that is means one time use and then after cell die. So these are known as primary batteries. Okay, here two example given. Leclanché cell, that is means dry cell, and second one use mercury cell. Okay, so first Leclanché cell, this one, see, we have to already use in the clock, right? And clock and then TV remote, right? So in TV remote and in clock, transistors, we have to use dry cell. This is the Leclanché cell. Other way, dry cell we have to say. It is a consist of the zinc container which act as an anode. So here you see, outer way zinc cup, already we have to say zinc container, and act like anode, and then inside the carbon rod, and it is made by graphite way. Okay, and here surrounded by the mixture of the powdered manganese dioxide MnO2 and the carbon black, and then ammonium chloride paste. Clear? Okay, so the space between the electrode is filled with the moist paste of the ammonium chloride, NH4Cl, and then zinc chloride. So manganese dioxide and carbon black and ammonium chloride paste filled in the between the electrodes. Okay, so outer side anode zinc container, and then inside the carbon graphite root as a cathode. Okay, clear? So reaction at cathode, at anode. So at anode, zinc by loss of the 2 electron and convert into the zinc plus 2 ion, and then cathode, manganese dioxide gaining of the 1 electron and ammonium chloride ammonium ion, so convert into the MnOOH and ammonia. So reaction at cathode, manganese is reduced from the here plus 4 oxidation state. Okay, here plus 4 oxidation state, and here plus 3. Okay, so manganese is reduced from the plus 4 oxidation state to the plus 3 oxidation state, and ammonia produced in the reaction form a complex with zinc plus 2 ion and to give zinc complex ZnNH3 whole 4 2 plus. And here cell has a potential of about 1.5 volt. Okay, so potential asking in the exam, in Leclanché cell, in dry cell, say the cell potential. So cell potential about 1.5 volt. Okay, use of the Leclanché salt in transistor, clocks, okay, etc. mercury cell, second example of the primary battery, mercury cell is a circular way. Okay, it consists of the, here you see, this is the anode way, anode ka outer side, so zinc mercury amalgam as anode, clear, and here inside the cathode, and cathode is a paste of the mercuric oxide HgO. So in cathode mercuric oxide, and anode zinc amalgam ZnHg. Okay, so anode is made by zinc amalgam ZnHg and cathode HgO mercuric oxide. So both contain as a Hg mercury. So we have to say mercury cell. Okay, anode also with mercury and cathode also with mercury. So anode is zinc amalgam ZnHg and cathode is HgO. Okay, so cathode is a paste of the mercuric oxide and carbon powder. So electrolyte consists of the mixture, and here in between electrolyte mixture KOH and zinc oxide. Clear? So reducing agent is zinc and oxidizing agent is mercury second oxide. So reaction here you see, at anode zinc amalgam ZnHg, gaining of the basic ion 2OH minus ion because solution electrolyte KOH. So 2OH minus gain, so convert into the zinc oxide and then water by loss of the 2 electron. But at cathode HgO mercuric oxide, gaining of the 2 electron and then react with water, so convert into the mercury liquid way and 2OH minus base are released. Okay, so this is 2OH minus ion react with the zinc amalgam at anode and then convert into the zinc oxide. So overall reaction is zinc amalgam plus HgO and then convert into the zinc oxide and then Hg liquid. Okay, and the potential of the mercury cell here 1.35 volt, Leclanché cell 1.5 volt and then mercury cell 1.35 volt, and it remains constant as in the overall cell reaction. No ions are involved in solution because whose concentration change during the lifespan of the cell. It lasts longer. And use of the mercury cell for low current device, suitable for low current device like hearing aids, watches, etc. Okay, round shape you see, this is round shape, small. So low current device, so it like hearing aids, watches, we have to use mercury cell. Okay, so these two example, Leclanché cell and mercury cell of the primary batteries. So in the next video I will be explain secondary type of batteries. So thank you so much.